Hey, everybody, welcome to our very first Global Peace Show with Karen and Astra. I'm so excited. I'm Karen, and I'm really excited to be an angelic marketing strategist and a sacred social media expert to help you with really getting your message out there. And I'm so honored to share my beautiful partner and my friend Astra, who is really giving us that inner peace so that we can bring that beautiful awareness of our truth out into the world as the messengers that we're meant to be. And I know that if you're here, you're here whether you're hearing live or on the replay. You are a messenger. So really welcome. Thank you so much, everybody who is here and who will listen to the replay. And welcome. Hi, Astra.
Hi, Karen. So I'm just so excited. It's been so long since you and I have done a class or a broadcast together. So I'm really happy and feeling well rested and ready to get going again. So just to introduce myself a little bit. So I am a shaman, and I work with messengers and wisdom leaders to step into their power so that they can fulfill their soul's purpose and receive abundance, money, and prosperity through living their soul's purpose in the form of their business platforms. And my main specialty is empowerment, but that really encompasses a lot. So I won't go into that right now. But so Karen and I have been working together for a while now, for a couple years, with helping spiritual business owners who are messengers really step into their truth, their power, their purpose, and their visibility with their businesses. So we're just excited to bring you this show about inner peace. Well, inner peace and interpeace, I suppose, is also true. International peace. And so I wanted to get started by, and don't do this part if you're driving, because it's going to be very meditational. But I wanted to get started by leading a little grounding meditation, so that we're grounded. Our spirits are grounded in our bodies, and our bodies are grounded to the earth, because that really sets you up in a space where you can really start living, being, and breathing your truth. And when we're grounded, and we just feel better. And so the vibrations that we are emanating out into the world are more magnetic and attractive to our tribes and those that we're here to serve and support and help and be the messengers for. So just take a moment to just sit comfortably and just really allow yourself to experience your body as it's resting on the chair or the bed or the floor or the sofa or whatever you are plopped down upon at the moment. And just take some really deep cleansing belly breaths now. And do some deep breaths in through the nose and then exhaling fully through the mouth. And allow yourself to feel your energy kind of coming down from above the top of your head, and then allowing your energy to sort of sink and lower down, further down through your head, and feeling your energy lowering down through your neck and down through your shoulders and arms, your chest and torso, down through your hips, down through your pelvis, down through your butt and legs, down through your knees, through your calves, your ankles, your feet, and then of course from your arms down through your hands. And bring your awareness to the chakras or energy centers located in the centers of the palms of your hands and in the centers of the soles of your feet. Just allowing and experiencing the energy flowing there, flowing in circles through your chakras. And this kind of wakes your body up fully to the knowledge that you are in a body. And now, down from the centers of your feet, from the centers of the soles of your feet, I want you to create or imagine and create 2 cords of energy, one from each foot. And imagine these cords of energy going down through the floor, down all the way into the earth, into the layers of dirt and rocks and gemstones and underground rivers, down through every layer, every strata of earth, until these energy cords reach the very center of the earth and anchor these energy cords into the very molten center of this planet Earth. Remembering to breathe evenly. And just allowing yourself to feel this grounded and empowered energetic space that you have created for yourself. And after a moment, just start to wake up to your body and maybe start to do some slight movement, some wrist rolls and ankle rolls, head rolls, shoulder rolls, neck rolls, stretching at the waist and hips. Maybe putting your arms in the air and just stretching, reaching, stretching out your back, and just coming back to the room or the space. So there. And that's what you can do grounding exercises daily. Sometimes I do them twice a day if necessary, depending on how the day is going. When I forget to intentionally create my day, sometimes I feel I need more grounding than usual. So if you have any tea or coffee or water, you might want to just take a sip of that, or juice or whatever. And right, so and I know Karen has some really awesome tips and teachings and channelings to share as well. But I'm gonna just start us off by sharing my 3 ingredients for inner peace. And these are really easy to remember and easy to do and easy to incorporate through your day, because easy is better, right? We don't want to make things complicated. That's not in accordance with inner peace. So, and these 3 key ingredients, it's just a matter of remembering, to do these things and to incorporate them into your lives on a regular basis. And these ingredients will enhance your business if you have one. They'll enhance your personal life, your relationships, and just how you feel in general. Hence, inner peace. So the ingredient number 1 that I want to share is sleep. And obviously, like, it sounds just obvious. Like, of course, every human needs sleep. Every animal needs sleep. Well, most animals need sleep, but to bring it into your life with more conscious awareness and to give yourself permission to sleep. Now, I know that sounds weird, but I've put myself on an inner peace journey over the past 2.5 years, and the most important thing that I did for myself and that I'm still doing for myself now is to actually literally give myself permission to sleep. Now, I feel, and I know this is true for a lot of people, I feel that, sometimes people are made to feel ashamed or guilty for sleeping, quote unquote, too much. and, and that in these, and I kind of categorize the energies of what was here before and what's happening now as old earth and new earth. So in the old earth way of being, the old earth energies, stress was the norm, and feeling like we had to constantly be busy was considered not only the norm, but the noble thing to do. Like, if we weren't always busy, then we must not be doing anything worth anything. And I'm not, and that's not true, of course, but I'm just saying that was like a subconscious, inner or hidden belief that was kind of permeated, the human lifestyle when it came to life and work, right? Life and business. So, and even solo business owners who are their own bosses were putting themselves through the ringer, me included, feeling like if I wasn't constantly busy, or if I didn't have another new project to work on immediately after the old one was over, then I must not be worthy of living, right? So, and so that's where, wow. So that's where sleep, putting myself to sleep literally and giving myself permission to sleep literally as much as my body actually physically needed to, was one of the best gifts I've ever given myself. And
I feel that too, Astra. I feel that too, and it brought that to my attention and really helped me to see it. If you guys haven't read her blog on the hormones and all this energy that we, this divine masculine energy that we run, basically,
right,
writes beautiful blogs, and maybe you could tell them your where they can read all your blogs, because they're so full of wisdom, and I love them all.
Thank you. Well, my personal website is shamanicempowermentschool.com. shamanicempowermentschool.com. But that one I know which article you're referring to, and I think that was on my prior website. But what I have a little ebook with those 3 articles that I wrote about the cortisol, curing our high stress mode and all of that. And so what I'll do, at least for a time, is I'll when I post the replay on the globalpeace.earth website, when the replay is up, I'm going to also look for that ebook, and I'll just post it so people can read it, just as a free gift. Because that's thank you for that reminder. I had forgotten about those articles.
It helped me so much. I hadn't even realized at the time how out of balance I was. I just thought, I was just doing what everybody else was doing.
Right. We thought we were doing.
I was just trying to keep up with what the people were telling me, what the scarcity marketing people were telling me to do. And so I was just like, okay, you know what? It never felt good. It never felt good. And that's when I said to you, I said, nope, I'm going to do vibrational marketing. That's from now on. No more trying to just follow what everybody else is telling me to do. And I thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. Well, thank you, because it was our conversation that really inspired me to get to sleep. Just like, thank you for that conversation. Good night, everybody.
I'll never forget that night that I flipped out. I lost it completely, lost it. And I I was so, my inner critic was so loud and like screaming at me. And, I had been, really, really kind of beaten myself up for not doing what I thought I should be doing. And it was that whole shouldn't all over myself. I really had to like stop and take a good look at it, because it was going down a really, when you feel like you have to hustle, you really start to almost feel like you're drowning.
Oh, it's just a terrible feeling. And that was one of the greatest points of my life, because we did actually talk on the phone, and I remember we were both crying by the end of the conversation.
I know, and it felt so good to have a partner who understood where I was coming from and said, you know what, let's just take a nap on this.
Yeah, just forget everything and just let's go to sleep.
I would love that. And a lot of times I would just say, I'm out with the puppies. I can't think right now.
Yeah. Forget it. I'm checking out. Yeah, exactly. Like under the covers, under the blankies with my pups is the best place to be.
And I really believe that that's been the secret to my success. I've told people that over and over again. I really believe that's the secret to my success is having inner peace for outer success.
Absolutely. Because what we attract in the outer world is a magnification and a mirror for what's going on inside. And of course, life gets more peaceful the more peaceful we become. So and that's actually leading me into the second ingredient for inner peace is, and it just really follows on the journeys that we've both been on, is to become really conscious of your thoughts. And like you were saying, you were shaming yourself for not doing more and all this stuff. And once we become conscious that we're the ones putting ourselves through the ringer, with our thoughts and our worries and our mental stress that we put ourselves through, the more conscious we can become of our thoughts, the more we can start to take control and take the reins and say, hey, I know I've been thinking this up to this point, but now that I'm conscious of that, I can decide to choose a different thought. And and it takes practice. I'm not saying it's like instant manifestation of sudden thoughts of only abundance all the time, because it takes practice. But the more and more you practice, the more conscious you become, and the more you realize you get to choose and decide what you think. And and there's Mike Dooley, who's got the Notes from the Universe. His famous line is, "Thoughts become things," which I love. I know Wayne Dyer, there's a great Wayne Dyer quote that I can't quite put my finger on right now, but it's the same message, and it's something about like, if you want to start creating something different, then you need to start thinking differently. And that's just true. Now thoughts are a manifestation of, or can be a manifestation of, just lifelong habits that we were taught, as children, or even in adulthood by teachers, by coaches, by, relatives, whatever. And we sometimes don't even know that these thoughts are just, they're so subconscious that they're just like a weird, worrisome backdrop, that even when we're in our conscious mind, we're trying so hard to be positive and to do the quote unquote right thing and all that. If we don't start to bring those hidden or buried thoughts up to consciousness so that the light can actually shine on them, and then we can process through them and let them go, when we keep them suppressed, they just keep playing over and over again. We're not even totally aware of it. So second ingredient for inner peace is to become more conscious of your thoughts on a daily basis. And it does take practice. So be patient with yourself. So that's ingredient number 2. And then the third ingredient that came through, and this is a big, huge thing. And once I learned how to do this one, I did become so much more of a peaceful person, and it's been really great. So ingredient number 3 is to learn not to take anything personally. Realizing that, if someone says or does something that seems to cause you frustration, or that seems pointed at you, or that it's targeting you, or that they're using you as a scapegoat for something. And I'm not saying to take that or to take any abuse whatsoever, absolutely not. But what I am saying is to learn that it is not personal, because when people act that way, talk that way, or act out in that manner, that means that they're experiencing inner turmoil. And again, obviously put a stop to it on your part, tell them what they need to hear, but also choose not to internalize it. That's really what I'm saying. Don't take, if someone if sort of floats a comment your way, like for instance, someone on Facebook recently, with good intentions even, gave me some marketing advice because they noticed that I worded something a certain way, and they messaged me, private messaged me, and gave me marketing advice out of the blue. And I don't know this person very well either. And I know that they were trying to be helpful. Yeah. I was just like, oh, okay, thanks for that. Sorry for the confusion. But, I worded it that way because that's how it was channeled through me. So that's that. So, but I know that they really did have good intentions, and they weren't trying to tell me that my marketing sucked, because they were really trying to help me when I didn't ask for it. So unsolicited advice, 3, 4, 5 years.
I have plenty of trolls that that have to have an opinion about everything. I had one person message me and tell me that, there's 40 million depressed people, and that I make them feel bad by not being happy. And I said, first of all, I can't make anybody feel bad. And I said, and all I'm offering is my own experiences and the things that have helped me. And meditation has helped me immensely, and learning to be mindful has helped me. And I'm not forcing. He said, you're forcing happiness on people. And I'm not forcing happiness on anybody. And I'm not. I can't make somebody feel something.
I know.
I just, it was interesting because, and then I let it go. I just said, you know what? This is his world. This is his vision. This is how he sees things. Right. And the funny thing is, he's a coach. He's a wellness coach.
What? That is so strange.
Yeah, and he said, I just was trying to help you. He said, I am trying to be kind. I said, well, basically, how I answered him was, I've learned that being kind to myself and more gentle with the way that I feel about different things and not making myself wrong has helped me to get out of my own depression, and helped me to get out of my own anxiety, and also learning that anxiety and depression are in the past or in the future. And if I can just stay right here, everything's okay. And it was interesting because I found myself trying to prove myself and explain everything. Right. And then I realized, you know what? I'm out of the fifth dimension. I'm down. I'm having this conversation from a place of lack and scarcity. Right. And I just said, okay, I say, Spirit, take over, please. I say, that's my stop.
Yeah.
Take over, please. As soon as I do that, I just feel this, okay.
I know. I do a similar thing with the archangels. Once it gets elevated to a point, I'm just like, you know what? Archangels, do your thing,
I get that.
And it is. It's one of the, years ago, I wrote an ebook about how to get into your most abundant space. And actually one of the steps, there were 9 steps. I don't remember them all offhand, but one of the 9 steps was literally, do not take anything personally. Nothing is personal. And
there's so much drama.
Exactly. It's like, and I mean, I could go into so many stories about it, but really, the bottom line is they can do, think, or say, or they're going to do, think, or say whatever, they feel at the moment. And that's fine. When basically and I don't even say this to anyone anymore, but the idea is, when you're ready to feel better, I'm here for you.
Right. I've done chasing down people with books and trying to
Yeah, no, no.
It's like you finally realize you know what? It's none of my business what they are having as their human experience.
Right.
I can just be a guide and a help.
Exactly.
And I don't need to fix anybody because nobody's broken.
Exactly. They're just manifesting what they're needing to, feel like they're needing to go through for whatever reason, and that's not my responsibility to try to change or manipulate in any way. And it's and I have to say, like, speaking of inner peace, in the past I have allowed it, speaking from a more empowered state, I have allowed that when people are not are choosing patterns of unhappiness, of lack, of poverty mindset, of basically living an unhappy existence, and if they choose that, if they're doing it over and over again, even when they know that there are tools to help them get out of it, I used to allow it to frustrate me really deeply because of how much I love everybody, and we're so similar in this way, but I think what the important lesson that we've got out of it is that we can love them no matter what state they're in, and that's just love them.
And the better that we, let go of their human experience and see them as their true self, and help them to see themselves as their magnificent self, and
if they want to.
And not have to, one of the things I think that has helped me so much is really just letting people have their own experience and their own time-space reality. I live in rainbows and unicorns, and I really do.
I know.
And it's okay. And I see the world in a whole different way than a lot of people see it.
Right.
And so, it's okay because I don't need to have anybody see the world like I see it anymore. I've let go of that whole attachment to healing the world. The world doesn't need any healing.
Right.
All it really needs is the illusion of this separateness to stop.
Right. Right.
We're all
right.
together.
Exactly. Right. And when people are allowing themselves to be in those patterns of, deciding to stay unhappy, it's coming out of fear, and it's coming out of the illusion of separateness, and that's fine, and right, all we're here to do is to teach what we teach and
be
who we are, and know that anyone who wants
the biggest thing. And stop doing and start being.
Be the bees, the buzzy bees that we're here to be.
Because you step in doo-doo.
No doo-doo. Be. Oh my goodness. When we get together, it goes all heck breaks loose.
Oh, I love you so much.
I love you too. Oh man. I'm so happy we're doing this. So those are the 3 ingredients. So sleep, be conscious of your thoughts, and don't take things personally. And just mark those down, put a little Post-it note up as a reminder, and just practice them as much as you can, and be patient with yourself. And if you suddenly forget to be conscious of your thoughts, that's okay. Just start over. And it doesn't matter. Like, it's all good. It's all good. And you're going to do these things if you feel like they're going to help you. And so that's my contribution, and I'm excited to hear what Karen is going to share with us.
Well, honestly, these are my secrets to my real, just being able to use I call them the 3 C's of building a community of raving fans who share your message and products without you even asking them. It's amazing. It's really, I watch it happen, and I am just still so incredibly grateful. And but these 3 C's are really the 3 things. And then the 4 E's of live streaming, because I love live streaming because it's a way to connect and share your message and your products and your services in a way that is so engaging and so in the moment. And it's been a real success for me. I've been really blessed. And then the 5 P's to rock your talk online or in person. So the first 3 are the C's. And the one thing I really learned, and it was something that really, really changed everything for me, was consistency. the more consistent I showed up when Spirit was giving me a message, when I really was feeling the excitement of sharing a message, instead of putting myself on a schedule that made the, outside world look like, okay, she's going to be there, or she's going to do this, or she's going to, what I did was I started to do a consistent time of the day, and I made a commitment to myself that time of the day. And what I would do is I did beautiful challenges of things that I wanted to challenge myself on anyway. So I wanted to have more gratitude. So I did a gratitude challenge. I wanted to have more kindness. So I did a kindness challenge. I wanted to have more miracles. So I did a May Cause Miracles challenge. Mm-hmm. And that really pulled me into a place of fun playfulness. I'm just this really playful person. And that if I want that, I don't have to try and be something else. That's what I love about consistency is I can, as long as I show up as my true self, and now I'm a channel, Archangel Jophiel has been coming through me for a long time, especially when I'm writing music, when I'm singing, when I'm playing with children, when I'm with the animals. And I can just say that like comfortably now. She just pops in, I'm embodying the energies. I'm not looking outside for that energy anymore to be something that, is outside of me. Right. And so I've really gotten comfortable with my own spiritual gifts. And I think that being consistent and comfortable with your own spiritual gifts helps other people to shine, helps other people to feel magnificent around you. And they want to be with you. They want to be around you. And that leads to the second C is collaboration. Mm-hmm. Collaboration is everything. My whole existence, everything I have had for, all of these experiences that have happened, with the Global Kindness Revolution in 2014, I had absolutely no following. I had absolutely no idea how to do any kind of public speaking. I had absolutely, I had all this fear, and I had to make my message bigger than my fear. And really, when I did that, everything else just fell into place. And I really stopped looking outside for recognition and outside for approval and outside for confirmation. I just kept going back to my own inner guidance and saying, is this the way? Is this the way? Is this the way? And each time I would say, just give me one step. And I would take that one step, and then it would be amazing. And the collaboration and the co-creations that have come from that have been just miraculous for me, like our friendship, it's to me, I know it's a divine assignment. I know it is. I don't even question it anymore. I just trust that when inner guidance is speaking to me, I'm listening, and I'm listening carefully, and I'm taking notes. Right. And that collaboration leads to connection. Mm-hmm. So connection, is about, there is no separation, and if we just remember that only love is real, and that fear is that false evidence appearing real, that fear is always trying to gauge us into giving us false evidence. It's like the news, we watch it and we think, oh my God, well, it's reality, but it's not reality. It's somebody else's perception of reality. And my perception of reality is way different than their perception of reality. And that's why I want, more than anything to have networks and, TV and radio shows and all of these broadcasts, where we're really focused on bringing up the levels of joy, kindness, peace, and gratitude, So that's what, those are the 3 C's. And so and the 4 E's that I love for live streaming, which really kind of gave me, because lots of people are telling you how to live stream. Lots of people are, there's just so much overstimulation happening in the world. And so many people have an opinion about how you should be doing your business and how you should be living your life and how you should be raising your children and how you should be with your spouse. And, it's really none of anybody's business. And I tell myself that all the time. It's none of my business what religion you believe. It's none of my business what person you want to fall in love with. It's none of my business what your political beliefs are. I really don't care. It's none of my business. And I don't want to get into an argument about something that is an illusion and adding to the illusion. I want to add to the light and the truth. I want to keep adding to the light and the truth. And that's what live streaming is to me. Number one is energy. It's powerful. Power versus force. I start my show every day with singing my song, singing my Global Kindness Going Viral. And, it is growing and growing the more we speak. Kindness, compassionate at its peak. I challenge you. You challenge me. We are one global family. There's unity in all we seek. So spread this wide and find a way. Do something kind every day. So when you get to that place, that you are that energy and you just live it.
Right.
And you embody it. And I have become global peace going viral. I have become the embodiment of, I have allowed the beautiful non-physical spirits and guides and teachers to utilize my body and to utilize my voice, to utilize everything I have to share this message. And that's energy to me. Is, one person, power versus force, Dr. David Hawkins. And I know Dr. Wayne Dyer has led me to all of these beautiful, amazing discoveries that I can share, and I can continue the legacy, and we can continue the legacy because we are one, and we continue the legacy, and we all are getting the messages, and we all deliver them in different ways, and that's okay. Because that's why we are getting the message, and then we get to deliver it the way that it needs to be delivered and expressed through us. Maybe it's a song, maybe it's a painting, maybe it's playing on the swings, maybe it's jumping in a puddle. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what the expression is going to be for you, but energy is the first thing. So have positive energy. Remember that one person who's vibrating with love in their heart, with peace on their mind, and with kindness in their actions is counterbalancing 750,000 people who are in the low vibration of fear and shame and blame. Those are all fragmented energies. They're not connected to source. When you are connected to source, you are the most powerful being. When you are in pure love and pure joy, when you remember who you really are, you are the most powerful energy in your life. So that's energy. And emotion. Don't make your emotion wrong. That's a big thing for me. Yeah. If you're emotional, if you want to cry on a live cast and you're feeling emotional, don't make yourself wrong for what you're feeling. This is part of the human experience. We get to have emotion.
Right, exactly.
We get to feel what we're feeling. And Joe, Archangel Jophiel made it really clear to me, and it was a blessing. It was such a beautiful blessing. And she said, Karen, you need to feel it to heal it. And if you don't let yourself feel it, and I kept on saying, I felt it. It's all over. That was 20 years ago. I don't have any issues anymore. I'm healed. I would argue the fact that I had emotions.
Right.
And then this was this beautiful awakening for me was, it's okay, Karen. It's okay. You can bring acceptance to your emotion. So bring acceptance to your emotion. That's a really big thing, and engage with your audience. Ask them to ask questions. look them right in the eye when you're talking to them, even though you can't see them, they're looking at you on the live stream.
Right.
Imagine that you're talking directly to somebody right in front of you. I'm not looking at anything but my computer right now, but my heart is so connected to you and to every person who's hearing this message. You know?
I love that. Yeah.
It's so important that you have engagement, because when you're engaged, everyone's engaged.
Yeah.
And that's really powerful. And then enthusiasm. Bring your fun, playful self to the table, and remember what you bring to the table. Remember your self-worth. Remember, when you see your self-worth, when I started, writing about Deepak Chopra and writing this book with Marianne Williamson, and I was like, who am I to write this book? Who am I? Michael Beckwith and Steve Farrell, who am I to write this? What am I thinking? But you know what? It's so beautiful, because when I started seeing my own self-worth, and I started realizing what I was bringing to the table, everyone else started seeing it too.
Yeah.
And everyone else started really going, wow, you have accomplished so much. You have accomplished so much, and making yourself really, really excited about your accomplishments, and stop your to-do list and look at your to-done list. Look at
I love it.
Look at what you've already accomplished.
Write it down.
Yeah, keep looking at that list. Keep that list in, your beautiful view, somewhere where you can look at it and say, wow, you're right. Like, I have been getting messages from Louise Hay, and she is guiding me to bring this to the schools. And this is happening, and really acknowledge yourself. And when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, be gentle, be kind, and really stop beating yourself up and start building yourself up. It's so important.
Yeah.
So those are the E's. And make it easy.
Easy. I knew it.
Easy and effortlessly. And play your way through your day. That's my secret. Play your way through the day. Just having, oh my God, so much fun with your audience and with the people who are following you and the people who have offered to write a review for your book before they even read it. Be so grateful for your tribe. Be so grateful for your soul family, that you have been divinely guided to be a guide, and not a leader, a guide, somebody who may have some different opinions and some different perceptions that may, I'm like the mystical Mr. Rogers. I love Mr. Rogers, and I love making songs out of, everything. And for me to learn something, it has to be fun. And so for me to teach something, it has to be
fun. Exactly. I know.
So I'm going to go quickly through these, because I know we were going to be on a time limit. But the 5 P's are so fun, because they just lead you into, if you use these 5 P's online or at networking, wherever you are, wherever you show up, really using these 5 P's will help you to really connect with the person. Number 1 is be so present. Be so present. Live in that moment, and don't think about where you're going to be in 10 minutes or where you have to, and don't wait to see what they're going to say so that you have something to say in return. Really listen to them. Be so present with them. Be so connected, and don't worry about what you're going to say when they finish talking. Stay with their words. Stay with their essence. Stay with that connection. Stay in the presence. Stay in the presence. And really, number 2 is pause. When you're talking, a lot of times when you're live streaming or when you're at a conference or you're getting ready to do a public speaking event, and you are up there and you have all your notes and, you know, you're going to do your PowerPoint and you got everything all ready and you're so totally not there. and you're there, but you're really not there. And this is why I say be really present, be really confident about your presence, and pause to notice, am I present? You know, say, wait, what am I thinking? What am I thinking right now? So really, and then stop. Spirit, take over, please. That's I stop everything and I say, if I'm away, like if I'm overwhelmed or frustrated or feeling any kind of hesitance, I know I've stepped away from my true self. I've stepped away from who I really am, and I need to stop and step back and be my true self. And I really use overwhelm and irritation as a guidepost. You know, I use it as a sign. It's okay. I've stepped away, and I follow my joy bubble like a GPS. Where's my joy going?
Totally.
You know? And that's number 3. Your passion. What are you passionate about? You know, I'm passionate about self-love. I'm passionate about self-care now. I'm passionate about getting these programs into the school, environmental education, animal advocacy, kindness, compassion. And I'm passionate about it. And so when I speak about it, people become passionate and they share their passion. And it's a beautiful, contagious thing. And purpose, right? Your purpose. You know you have a purpose. You know you came here and you're really, really, there's some part of you that just knows more than anything what that purpose is. And that's beautiful. So bring it to the table, bring it to where you are, you know, presenting. And finally, your personality. Let your personality shine. Be that quirky self. Be your playful, you know, I'm like Weird Al Yankovic of kindness. I make up all these fun little songs. I make coloring books. And, you know, I get to do these, these visions were placed in me for me to accomplish them. There's nobody who can accomplish them the way that I can. And even if there are other people doing some of the things the way that I do them, I'm still me. And there's nobody who can be anybody there. You know, that's what's so beautiful about this human experience. We are all one and we are all connected in the unified field, but we also have our soul signature. You know, what we as our individual human self came here to experience.
Exactly.
So that was it. I hope that kind of gave a good overview. So I hope that answered, because Pix asked a question, how do I get my message to the masses? I hope that answered it.
Well, it answered it for me. And I mean, they were all such amazing reminders to just relax, be yourself, you know, speak your truth from your soul signature, you know, the uniqueness of who you are. That always makes me feel like a comparison would be like snow. Like snow is all one thing, but each individual snowflake is totally unique, but it's all snow. So that's like we're all one, but we also have our beautiful unique pattern that is uniquely us as well. And exactly like that reminder that every teacher, like you said, we're all getting these channeled messages from the universe now, and it's all similar information, but we all teach it in our own unique ways, because our tribes are going to learn it more powerfully and more deeply from the way it's coming through us. Like, you know, like a different teacher might attract a different tribe, even if they're teaching the same basic, you know, simple principles or messages that are coming through. It's going to be in her own or his own unique soul signature, you know, style. And we've got ours. I think we're similar but different, you and I, Karen, because we're both kind of, you know, love to have fun, and we can get goofy, and that's something we have in common. But I think the messages that come through us are also unique. Like we each have our own specialties, and that's why we work together so well, because we've got our complementary messages that come through and kind of channel through both of us out as one balanced, complete, beautiful snowball.
Yeah, I mean, I knew when you reached out to me, and I knew you were getting the same messages from the Council of Kindness. I knew when you came and talked to me about, doing the Global Peace Project.
Yeah.
I just knew you were getting the same, the same collective conscious was contacting you. And they told me, they explained to me that it was going to be huge. They said, well, you're going to reach billions. And I was like, what? No, it's going to happen. And we're going to help you. And we're going to be guiding you. And you need to just keep telling people that they're getting the message too. And that nobody's special, nobody's different. There really is no separation, and there is no hierarchy. There are, it's all been an old program that was taught to us that we had to have some middle person, like a medium or a spiritual guru, or a priest or a nun. It was all kind of shoved down our throat that was the only way to have spiritual gifts. And even though I had all my spiritual gifts, I came in fully awake. Right. I had everything intact when I came here. I chose to have the experience of a family that was, Roman Catholic, and teaching me to not support my gifts. And, and so it's interesting. I think it's really interesting how, if you just be your true self and you just let go of the how and are ready for the wow, it is that simple. It is. It always was. And, and when I get myself caught up, like when things aren't going the way that I think they should be going and I'm starting to struggle, I realize I'm out of alignment. I'm not connected to my true essence. So it's really gotten so much easier. And I know when I'm in the 3D, I know when I've kind of crashed into 3D. Right. I'm I'm a half hour from the fires that are happening right now, Oh,
wow. Wow.
It is like really in my face right now. Right. And so I have to really raise myself up to the fifth dimension so I can be of support, so I can be of guidance, so I'm not adding to the terror that is being forced down our throats. Right.
And it's so interesting that you mentioned that too, because of course there is a universal reason for the fires, and it's a cleansing and it's a clearing, but in the human experience it can cause complete shutdown if we don't stay present. And that's so excuse me, that's so interesting. But what you were saying before too, just really quickly, I wanted to bring through something that a message that came through me earlier today.
Awesome.
And that was it's directly related to what you were saying. And the message is, forget everything that anyone has ever taught you and start piecing yourself back together by choosing only the thoughts, and beliefs and habits that feel really good to you, that connect you with your joy. Forget everything anyone's ever taught you and choose only those things that bring you joy. And I was like, that sounds good to me.
So true. It really is. I've come to a place right now where I really am not getting involved with anything that isn't love and oneness. If it's not love and oneness, I don't want to be a part of it anymore.
Right.
If it has anything to do with separation, I don't want to talk about it. I don't even put any focus on it anymore. Only love is real. To me, that is my freedom. And I live it. I really do. I have, finally, I've stepped away from the addiction to pleasing other people and trying to, just fit in so that other people feel comfortable
Yeah.
around me.
Right.
I've just stopped all of it. I've stopped all of that. And it really changed everything for me when I did.
I love that. I love that.
I love that you confirmed it with that beautiful channeled message that came through for you, because that is a beautiful confirmation for me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I love you so much.
I love you too. Have we answered all of the questions?
That was the only question, and then all the other people were just saying how excited they were to be here.
Good. Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, this is our first show, so
thank you, everyone. We're gonna post the replay when it's ready, probably later tonight. And I'm gonna search through my archives and find that ebook about getting over the stress addiction. So that's
I'll share that with all. I'll share it. I'll do a live stream on it, and then maybe you can set up like a freebie so people can opt in to get it, and then I'll share it on on my show.
Woohoo! Yeah, I think everyone needs to read that. I'm so glad you remembered about those articles.
I would love to revisit it myself. Maybe I'll challenge myself to more inner peace. Maybe we'll make January the Inner Peace Challenge.
Inner Peace Challenge. Oh, now we're cooking.
Yeah, we can do that together if you want. Let me know.
I think it sounds awesome, and
all right.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. All right, my dear. Thank you, and thank you all for being here, either live or listening to the replay. And we're just so excited to get back into doing these broadcasts and classes for you guys.
Yay!
Yay! Okay.
Remember, tomorrow, play your way through your day. Have fun. Follow your joy bubble. Really
Yeehaw!
Enjoy it all.
Enjoy it. Connect with
no matter what's happening on the outside, you have a beautiful inner peace space, just like Pastor shared. You have it all inside. So just no matter what's happening on the outside, even if there is a fire and people are talking about evacuation and which is plan, and that the power is going to go out and everything, that they're trying to just keep telling you all these fear things. Right. It's okay that that's their reality.
Right.
You hold the vision and affirmative prayer that all is well.
Yes.
And that's what I'm going to be doing. So please do that for all of California. Please, everyone, and for all over the world.
All over the
California,
world.
This is just one little appearance that is showing up in a big way to wake up a bunch of us. Wake
up and clear the old, out with the old.
Yep. Yeah, and stay awake. That's my hashtag, stay awake. Thank you for helping me stay awake. And always acknowledge people who help you stay awake. Always be grateful for the people who are adding to the light and not adding to the illusion.
Amen.
Here we go. All
right.
done, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Mwah.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.